Thanks for joining us here on RT International. The wave of terror attacks across Europe has brought the continent to a constant state of suspicion and fear. And amid the growing fears, the British government has now taken what many are calling a shocking move. The British government has decided to remove dozens of CCTV cameras in London's most popular tourist hotspots. Officials say they can't afford to operate the cameras. Anastasia Churkanov reports.
Surveillance systems are a set way to fuel debate on privacy versus security. But what would happen without CCTV cameras? Home to Big Ben and Houses of Parliament, Trafalgar Square, Oxford Street, Buckingham Palace, Westminster Abbey and Soho, Westminster, a borough in central London, major tourist trap is scrapping its CCTV camera network to save money due to a running cost of up to £1 million a year. The cost of removing the cameras, however, is £300,000. Tourists are not too ecstatic about this.
Things going on in the world, you got to know what's going on. Just in case something happens, yeah, I think it's important.
I think that having CCTV around makes people feel a lot safer, especially at night.
I would prefer them to be there as a crime review device.
Definitely not a good thing. As a tourist, you'd like to feel comfortable where you are.
And so do Londoners.
Keep the cameras because, as we've seen in Orlando and we've seen in Paris, and it continues to be a constant threat in the Western democracies, part of the fight against that is surveillance.
I don't think it's a good idea to try and save money that way, yeah? Particularly with issues around security.
With decades of experience at Scotland Yard, investigator and terrorism expert David Weitzetz says scrapping CCTV cameras can have major consequences.
I think it's a crazy idea, absolutely crazy. In terms of the fight against terrorism, the loss of the cameras is awful. If we go back to 2005 when we had terror attacks in London, on 7/7, 52 people were murdered. We used extensively CCTV. The loss of cameras in a situation like that will be absolutely devastating for the police.
That's also exactly what the police told us.
CCTV is a vital tool in combating crime. We are concerned that loss of camera coverage may mean London is less safe and security could be affected.
Westminster Council's own statistics show that the CCTV network contributes to 1,300 arrests made a year. But officials say austerity is biting and belts need to be tightened. But is it worth the risk with a severe terror threat level in the UK? Anastasia Churkanov, RT, London.
But while some think CCTV cameras are there to protect them, others are warning they're just another tool for spying. A new computer game is highlighting the extent to which governments can now snoop on us. In Orwell, players take on the role of a surveillance operative spying on online citizens' communications. Here's a trailer.
Introducing Orwell, a new security program that combines cutting-edge information retrieval with human-directed suspect profiling. For Orwell to be truly successful, however, we need you, someone outside of the nation, capable of discerning information posted by suspects online. You will have to carefully decide what information is crucial for our investigations. Stakes are high, and lives hang in the balance. Sign up now, and together we can ensure a safer nation for all. Orwell. Keeping an eye on you.
If you look at the comments made by the people who made the game, their intention is really to try and expose to people in a very vivid way the kind of powers that authorities now have to spy on virtually every single aspect of our lives. In my country, the UK, is one of the worst in Europe, certainly, and probably the world, in that the government is still trying to push through legislation to license massive bulk collection of data, which is actually against European law, and so there are various moves back and forth between the courts and the politicians, in the courts challenging some of the provisions of these things. But as I say, this very, very real issue of the very powerful organisations in the world being able to spy on virtually every aspect of our lives is not about to go away.
And the Kaiser Report, it's next.